What's up, AP World peeps? We got a good video for you today. This is number 22 on Bantu migration. So the Bantu migrations, if you remember, began in West Africa when Bantu speaking people originated from there and spread throughout Africa. So if you take a look here on this map, you see that they originated over in this area and then they began to spread to East and Southern Africa. And they spread throughout 1/3 of the African continent. Most migrations involve small groups of people. This is a very important point and kind of different from other things we've talked about this year. Most of these groups were small kinship-based groups, not this large conquering herd of people that we've seen in other regions. Now, Bantu agriculture, Bantus produced a surplus of food, which will lead to larger populations. And this is a result of things like yams pictured here, millet, and sorghum. And this will force the Bantus to expand. With more people, they need more room to live, more room to grow crops. From 300 to 500 BCE, bananas were introduced from Indonesia, so we see some impact of trade there. And this will also lead to an increase in population in areas where yams could not be grown. Bananas will take over that area. And Bantus could move to land that did not allow for the cultivation of yams. So they're going to start to spread more to East and Southern Africa with the introduction of bananas. Jumping over to technology, in 500 BCE, iron tools and weapons were made by the Bantus, and this allowed them to clear land and be successful in battle. And I want you to think about the environmental impacts, the environmental transformation of Africa as a result of clearing land and what that might entail. Canoes also allowed them to travel on rivers in Africa, the many rivers of that continent. By 2000 BCE, Bantus reached East Africa and they began raising sheep and cattle. And by 400 CE, Bantu-speaking people arrived in South Africa, down here in this region, and that's the end of the migration throughout Africa. Societies were often matrilineal. Do you remember what that is? Yeah, you do, you little AP World Genius. Look at you. It is when they trace ancestry through their mothers. Jumping over to religion and arts. Many believe that one God created the world that was inhabited by many spirits. And there also is a focus on ancestor veneration, something we've seen in other cultures, particularly in Asia, pictured here. And Bantu art was often comprised of masks and figures that often represented dead ancestors. So again, can't stress enough, ancestors played a large role in daily life in the veneration of these ancestors. All right, one with a quick recap. Where did the Bantu originate? Why did they migrate? New technologies and crops that they came across and spread. And how did they transform Africa as they migrated? All right, guys, look forward to see you back here for video number 23, West and East African Kingdoms. Thanks for watching. Best of luck and have a good day.